Hey Source Nation, this is SRN Live Television. I am Tem the Matchmaker and you are watching Meet My Types. So, what's this all about? Well, Meet My Types, or MMT, is all about helping singles meet the right types for their personality. And for that to happen, you need two things. A, which types do you go best with? And B, whose type are you? It's a simple but effective plan, and it works because everyone has a pattern of dating. And that means that there are people with whom your patterns will synchronize with perfectly, while there's others where your patterns simply won't work. And it's the aim of this show and the work that I do as Tem the Matchmaker to match everyone with those that have the best dating patterns for you. So stay tuned, we have a packed show. This week we'll be featuring part 1 of a Black Love Conversation from life and relationship breakthrough strategist Daryl Rispus. We'll also have your Aunt Tyra on the agony couch. She'll be answering questions that we all know you think about but don't really want to ask about relationships. And of course, we'll have a segment known as Is This Your Type?, where we describe a dating pattern, and if you recognize it as your own, you'll win our special free gift for the week. So, back to the show, and I wanted you guys to have a quick look at this. It's called a relationship resume, and it's at the core of everything we do as MMT. And I can see some of you scratching your heads right now thinking, what the hell's a relationship resume? That's a great question, and that's why we are gonna have a Tem Talk. Hi, I'm Tem, creator of Meet My Types Matchmaking, and I want to talk to you about relationship resumes. Relationship resumes are a profile on your love type. That is the part of your personality that gives and receives love. There are 16 love types in all, and I designed the resumes as a tool to get two compatible love types who have never met each other before to read each other's resumes and within 15 minutes know each other well enough to go out on a first date. Now you're probably wondering, what's in the resume? But before we get into that, we actually did a matchmaking event. We called it Classic and gave everyone who came their resumes. We introduced them to their compatible love types and told them, hey, you're gonna swap resumes, talk and get to know each other, and here is what a few of them had to say about the experience.
Hi everyone, I'm Tamara. I'm here with Meet My Types. What did you think about tonight's event?
I think it was awesome. I met a lot of great people.
Good.
Chemistry was good.
I did enjoy having the conversations.
I didn't really expect much. It actually turned out pretty good.
And what did you think about the love resume?
It was pretty on point. It was a little scary how accurate it was.
It was accurate? Good
Yeah.
for you.
I would say percentage-wise, about 95, 97, 98%. It was right. It was right.
It provided a basis for a conversation to
Nice.
kind of go a little bit farther, a little bit faster. And it did lead to some really authentic conversations.
So you would come back and see what else Meet My Types has to offer you.
That's if I don't leave with my type tonight.
Okay, all right?
Now we had 30 people that came out that night, and out of those 30, 26 or roughly 80% got first dates based on the 15-minute conversations. So what's in the resume, I hear you ask? Well, let's take a look. First off, we start with the good, which includes a summary of your love type, your love languages, and most importantly, your motivation in life, which is key because it reveals what kind of energy you bring to the relationship. Now, if someone can't speak about their motivation, that's someone that won't have the energy to put into the relationship, and you'll find yourself emotionally carrying that person very early on, which of course is a thing you want to avoid. Next, we have the not so good, your fatal flaws and blind spots. The best people are honest about this. They know what they lack in, and they can see where they can learn from you in order to become better people. But someone who fails to recognize their flaws or blind spots will never want to learn anything from you or even admit when they're in the wrong. Then we have
the When in Love section, which details the typical things you do when you're happy. And anyone who has a love interest in you will want to know this. It also covers your deal breaker, which is the one thing someone can do that will make you walk away and never look back. And after that, we have sex and dating, which is your typical sexual expression and the things your type likes to do on a first date. Needless to say, this section takes any conversation to another level and is when the conversation really starts to get real. And finally, wants and needs. Wants being who you usually want when you still have your blind spots and your flaws, and your needs, who you need when you're emotionally more mature and ready for something more significant. So the relationship resume is a revelation on how you love. But don't believe me, let's do this. If you're not already there, go to meetmytypes.com and under the What's My Love Type section, get your resume now and then show it to someone who knows you when it comes to dating and look at their facial expression when they read it. And then a light's gonna go on. And that's when you can start having an honest conversation with yourself and with others about the way you truly love. And when you can do that, then you'll be ready to meet your types. And I'll have them ready and waiting to meet you. Sound good? Good. Now go and get your resumes.
Okay, so these resumes are available at the Meet My Types website, so go get yours now. But we're gonna take a quick break right now, and when we return, we're going to have part one of a Black love conversation with life and relationship strategist, Daryl Rispus. Don't go anywhere, we'll be right back.
You're watching Meet My Types with Tim the Matchmaker on SRN Live TV. If you want to be featured on the show or you'd like to work with Tim the Matchmaker, then we want to hear from you today. We'll be right back.
Hello, my name is Daryl Rispus, and I know that there are a lot of conversations, concerns, people just wondering what direction relationships are headed in, especially Black relationships, what direction they're headed in. And so I had a chance to sit down with a young lady, Erin Nicole, and just to answer a couple questions. We had a very laid-back conversation, and this is a snippet of that. I hope you enjoy it. I know we're at a time where a lot of women, especially Black women, are frustrated. They're frustrated. Some of them have even said they're confused. Some of them have even said they're at their wits' end because they just don't know what the problem is. Either they can't find someone to date that they're even interested in dating. When they meet that person, a lot of times it never turns into a second date. And if it does turn to a second date, things get physical either too soon. And if they get physical too soon, it ends quickly. And even in the cases where women find a guy and things seem to be going wrong really well, the second date, the third date, you know, seems to turn to a thing. It seems to just either die or things slowly go downhill, right?
Basically, I have noticed with Black men, dating Black men, that, well, I've heard this as well too, and I've heard some Black men say this, that they do prefer dating lighter skinned women over brown and dark skinned women, and sometimes the darker skinned women feel kind of like left out, or you see that more of those women are, you know, more single than the lighter skinned sister or the mixed sister. Is that true? Do you really feel like that a lighter skinned woman is more of a trophy? than a darker skinned woman? Are black men physically more attracted to the lighter skinned woman? And if they are, why is that?
I would say it's not all men. Anytime you say that, you're setting yourself up. Okay. It's not all men. There are some men who prefer white women. There are some men who prefer women a certain complexion, a certain build, a certain, I haven't really heard height come into play too much, but a certain build, you know, just have a certain look. Mm-hmm. A lot of the questions that black women have about black men, those answers depend on the man. And it seems like there's a lot of overgeneralizing going on. Because I know brothers who want sisters as dark as he can get them. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And then there are some guys that say they do prefer lighter complected women. And then there's some guys that will say, I like more exotic looking women, like women from the Caribbean or something. They like women who look different. It depends on the man. It depends on a lot of things. It also depends on how he was raised. It depends on his relationship with his mother. And not just his mother, but the other women in the family. Mm-hmm. Right? So you could have a guy who grew up in a family, nothing but black women, right? And there are no successful marriages in that family. There's no successful relationships in that family. And the relationships that he did see, mm-hmm. he saw the women in his family like losing their minds over the men, like really going off on the men, talking bad about them, talking them down, disrespecting them, or this is what he saw, right? And the relationship ends. And so he may have seen it where his mother, pretty much, even if it was out of pain, because of what his dad did to his mother, now she's talking bad about his father in front of him, and sometimes even to him. And so you get that same guy, he becomes a teenager and an adult. I've seen some of these guys mm-hmm. end up in relationships with women of other races because from his experience, what he's seen and experienced, what he's heard, is black women in his family constantly talking bad about or talking bad about the men in their lives, or either talking bad about them or just treating them bad, right? Or using them. I've heard that too. You know, I have heard grandmothers say things to their daughters or their granddaughters, you know, you better get that man and have that money, right? Mm-hmm. So you sitting these young sisters out there with a certain mindset, and again, that's not totally their fault either. Mm-hmm. So for the man and for the woman, it goes back to, you know, how were they raised? Who were they closer to, their mother, their father? What was that relationship like? What were the details of that relationship? And so, and I'm not giving any reasons, any excuses. These are reasons. These are things that I've heard. These are things that I've seen. Dudes that I grew up with. And I've noticed, whoa, where'd that come from? Men in my family.
So many great points and so much to take away from that video we just seen from Daryl. And we'll have more of that in the next few weeks. But if you want to see more from him now, check out Daryl's Facebook page at FB/Daryl Rispus and just say hi. He's a nice guy. That's my homeboy. So I know he's cool. Okay, moving on. Source Nation, I want to tell you something. A few years back, I wrote a lot of articles on love and relationships that were posted online, and I used to get readers who sent in their questions. Most I answered back, but some I felt needed a more down-to-earth, kind of keep it 100 approach that I didn't have back then. But now, I found someone to help me do this. And you're gonna know her as your Aunt Tyra. She's this week's love realist. She's going to answer all the tough questions in her own down-to-earth way on what we call the Meet My Types Agony Couch. All right, so I'm here with Tyra, and she's your auntie. If you don't know, here's Aunt Tyra. She's here to answer questions. And you know, like I said, we get these questions of people that have been asking me about relationship stuff, and I never responded. And it's just kind of bad at me, you know, because some of these questions were kind of outlandish. But I figure that I bring Tyra in today because she lived a little and she knows a little something. So if you just like grab one out.
Okay.
You can't read that.
Right. Like Arabic?
BB from Atlanta. I usually date smaller women as I have a smaller unit. I'm assuming he's not talking about his apartment. But there's a larger girl I'm really attracted to, but I'm worried what she may say or feel about me if we were ever to get intimate.
Well, I say don't overthink it. Because it is what it is. Have fun with it. You know, get to know each other so you can get comfortable, because in a situation like this, you have to be vulnerable and comfortable to the 10th power, or it's just not going to work. And then once you create that foundation, which may take time, it depends on your patience, you know. I think you can have fun with it, and not even that. You can find different things, you know, that maybe you haven't even known about yourself, or you might start liking big girls. You might learn, you might know, you might be able to use all the crevices.
Okay. Is there a real physical limitation, or is that just...
I mean, let's keep it gully. If your penis is small, I mean, it's mathematics. You feel me? Like, there's some shit you just can't go around. If she's big and your penis don't exceed your stomach, we're gonna try new things like oral sex toys by, you know, or, you know, it depends. If you had your vitamin C, D, and A, Bs, you might go in and just put the work in and try to get in yourself. However, have fun with it, you know what I mean? It's not all about, you know, a certain expectation of size and everything. It's about the comfortability in the person. It's about the relationship. And when you have all of that, nothing but greatness comes from it. It's not that serious.
I love that. That's a great answer.
What's that?
Auntie Tyra, do your thing. This is Jay from Smyrna. I always seem to pick the wrong type of people to date. What do I have to change or do in order to start attracting the right folks who don't have things in their lives that always seem to blow up in my face?
Well, the key word was attracting. It's all on you. It's all on the individual. You know, where you are what you attract. Is this, you know, some things that you can't go around, you know what I mean? And when you try to go around it, you're gonna end up going backwards anyway and starting over. So you might as well be real with yourself. And that's the part I think we like to ignore, because nobody wants to be responsible, you know, for the change. We just prefer that, say, somebody else can help me feel better, but no change was really done. In order for change, you must be that change, you know what I mean? Lead by example, and it's just no way around. It's just certain, it's basic. You feel me? 1 + 1, goddamn. I mean, it's really basic, we complicate it. So in the end of it all, don't want something you can't be. You know, everybody want I want this, and my baby daddy, he ain't doing this, but you ain't doing nothing. Look in the mirror, hold yourself accountable, and I promise you, nothing but great things come. Not on your time, but on time.
And be your best.
Yes.
You can't expect the best if you're not gonna be your best.
And there's no such thing as no, like, what is the best? When you wake up feeling good, when you can look in the mirror, when you go to and feel good and smile, when you can go to sleep and be at peace, when somebody can come at you in the wrong way and you can still leave them with a smile, that peace. Be that peace. It's not easy, is it? So don't expect it to be easy, and don't expect the person that comes to you to be the way you want it. You're gonna get it exactly what it is.
Have you done this before?
What?
This, have you been Auntie Tyra before? Because you seem to be...
I mean, I breastfed. All right.
Pick one. Dude, this is not tarot cards, you know.
I don't know. It's all.
Casey from Snellville. I just broke up with my dude of 20 years. It hurt so bad. How do I get over him? Any suggestions?
The reason why you left the relationship, focus on that. Don't so much like focus. You gotta focus on you. Don't forget, if you're out of the relationship of 20 years, there's a reason, and I'm sure it's mutual. Focus on every time you think of something, because I know how it is for a breakup. That I can say. I know the breakup. I know that feeling. I remember crying, begging, please let this pain go. But something I've learned, time, baby. You can buy all the weed, you can drink all the drinks, you can go out club, you can have sex with numerous of people and still feel actually emptier to where you get to a bottom like a crackhead. You know what I mean? Like that bottom. But there's only one way after there, and that's up. Focus, I learned time only heals. And what you do with that time is everything. So focus on you. Every time you think about him, think good thoughts, because he is a part of you. But it's about what you do with that time in between. It really is. It's about utilizing the time, because just because you broke up with somebody doesn't mean you're not a part of each other. It's just time for you to find, it's just another stage in life. You know, it's levels to this shit. Everybody wants to go from first grade to graduate. There's no such thing. Just no such thing. You gotta go through it. So just remember what you learned in it and use it for the next level. And that's it. It's not that. And remember, have fun.
There you go. Auntie Tyra told you, have fun.
Have fun.
Now, wasn't Aunt Tyra something? Oh, look, if you have more of your unusual dating and relationship questions, you can send them in to us at the Agony Couch. You can use meet@meetmytypes.com, and we'll be happy to feature the best ones. Next up, will it be your love type we describe for our free special giveaway? Stay tuned. Is This Your Type? Is coming up next.
You're watching Meet My Types with Tim the Matchmaker on SRN Live TV. If you want to be featured on the show, or you'd like to work with Tim the Matchmaker, then we want to hear from you today. We'll be right back.
Hi, I'm Tim, I'm a matchmaker, and welcome to the Meet My Types YouTube channel. Now listen up, because I'm going to make this real simple. When it comes to love, everyone has a type. I'm someone's type, you're someone's type, and my job is to match the right types with each other. I even created a matchmaking system and a host of products, services, and live events with an 80% successful match rate just to achieve this. And I'll be posting new videos on all of this every week right here. And if you're thinking, okay, this sounds good and you want to know more and never miss an update, go to www.meetmytypes.com right now and sign up over there. And if you like this video, click like, share, subscribe, drop a comment, and say hi, whatever you're gonna do. Just stay tuned and experience a whole new way of meeting your types. See you soon.
Okay, everyone, it's giveaway time, and we have one copy of the ebook, Know Your Top 4 Love Types. The ebook that helps you as a single quickly find and recognize the best love types for your personality. It's an amazing book. It's one of our bestsellers right now, and you can get it from the Meet My Types website. But we're going to be giving away free copies to everyone that can correctly answer, is this your type? Now, let me explain how this works. Everybody is one of 16 love types. We are going to read the description of one of these 16 types, and if you think this love type describes you, then you can go to the Meet My Types website, get a free love type analysis, takes about 30 seconds, and if you are the type we are describing, we will send you a free copy of Know Your Top 4 Love Types. So are you ready? Here is the description. 1, you're an idea and people person. 2, you're also an enthusiastic collaborative communicator, so you definitely like to play a part in group projects and activities. 3, one of your key motivations in life is to provide mental and emotional stimulation for others. 4, you hate having limits placed on your freedom and will usually run from a restrictive situation or relationship. 5, you absolutely require an emotional connection to be fully intimate with someone. And 6, you cannot help being but attractive to the most mysterious, risky, and unavailable people. Sound like you? Now, this may not sound like a lot to go on, but if you are this type, this description is going to hit you like a ton of bricks. So go ahead and see if you're right. Go to meetmytypes.com/giveaway, giveaway being all one word. Follow the instructions and see if you're right. We'll also be posting the description there so you can go over it again. And if this is your type, you will win one free giveaway from us. So good luck, everyone. So we've come to the end of another show. All right, look, I can hear them knocking. They're trying to kick us out. Look, we'll be back here next week with more of the same. And of course, you can visit meetmytypes.com to find out more about me, Tim the Matchmaker, and find out anything you want to know about our events and all our products. So till next week, everyone, I want you to stay safe. Don't be too single. And if you're going to meet anyone, make sure you meet your types. Peace.
You're watching Meet My Types with Tim the Matchmaker on SRN Live TV. If you want to be featured on the show or you'd like to work with Tim the Matchmaker, then we want to hear from you today.